All right, to the Insurance Information Institute, Vice President of Media Relations, Michael Barry. Michael, is that true? I mean, a lot of people just undercover. They might have the coverage, they might have the flood insurance, but reading the fine print, they're not covered for the full value of the property.
Well, first off, I'm very sorry to hear about that woman's plight, Neil, but I can explain a little bit about what probably happened here. FEMA's National Flood Insurance Program caps the coverage for dwelling damage to $250,000 per home, $100,000 per home's contents. And what sounds like it happened here is there was some kind of communication breakdown where this homeowner was not told about the private sector offering excess flood insurance coverage. And this is coverage that would kick in after the FEMA National Flood Insurance Program policy limits were met.
So you would know what you're signing, right? If people look at it, they would know whether this is the full replacement value of the home. God forbid it is destroyed by a flood. Do you know offhand how many Houstonians are in that position that they will be fully covered, or the numbers as stark as we hear, 4 to 5 are not, and the 1 out of 5 who are might not be for the full value of their property?
Well, I think first off, I think Harris County has a higher, what they call take-up rate, in terms of they have more people who have flood insurance than almost any other part of the country. In fact, you look at 5 million National Flood Insurance Program policies around the country, the bulk of them are in 3 states. They're in Florida, Louisiana, and Texas. But when you look at Houston, there's a lot of homes that are not so much the market value. We're looking at, as you correctly indicated, we're looking at what would it cost to replace these homes in the event of a total loss. And so for higher-end homes in flood-prone areas, their insurance professional with whom they were dealing with should have spoken with them, or the homeowner themselves should have looked into, well, is this FEMA National Flood Insurance Program policy going to cover me in the event of a total loss? Now, for a high-end home such as the one we're talking about here, that home's going to need some excess flood insurance policy to cover it beyond the $250,000.
All right. How many of these people are just going to be out of luck, though? In other words, when all is said and done after this storm, the coverage they thought they would have, they don't?
Well, since the storm's going on, it's unclear at this point, you know, how many homeowners we're talking about here. I think the key thing to keep in mind, you know, if it's a wind-caused damage, it's going to be covered by the homeowner's insurance policy. And I know, just a sidebar here, we've got a couple of tornadoes that came as part of Harvey. That's going to be covered under the homeowner's policy. Wind-caused damage covered under the homeowner's policy and the standard business property insurance policy. Flood-caused damage is going to be covered under FEMA's National Flood Insurance Program policies, as well as those who went out and got excess flood insurance policies in the private sector.
All right, thank you very, very much. We'll see how this sorts out for those homeowners. Obviously, life and death issues are paramount right now. Insurance and settlement costs, something that they'll think about, no doubt worry about in the future.